The key shouldn't have fit that wall. But when it turned, I heard something unlock inside the house my parents swore was empty. I'm standing alone in Grandpa's cabin, 6 nights after the probate hearing, dust in the air, silence everywhere, like no one's been here since he died. They took everything that day, the house, the land, his truck, every last dollar. I walked out with nothing but this rusted key they said meant nothing, except Grandpa never gave me anything without a reason. At probate, my parents didn't even look at me when they claimed it all. The lawyer rushed me through papers like it was already decided, like I didn't matter, like the years I spent taking care of him never happened. And then, right as the safe clicks open, my phone lights up. It's my mother. "Daniel," she says, her voice low, controlled. "Where are you right now?" Before we continue with this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for updates. I don't answer right away. I'm staring at the open panel under the stairs, the safe door barely cracked, like it's waiting for me to commit. The air feels heavier now, like the house is holding its breath with me. "Daniel," my mother repeats, sharper this time, not worried, not even pretending, just controlled. I swallow. "Why?" A pause. Then my father's voice comes on in the background, low, tense. I can't make out the words, but I don't need to. I've heard that tone before. It's the same one he used at probate when I hesitated to sign. "Just answer the question," she says. "Where are you?" I look around the cabin. Same faded curtains, same dent in the wall Grandpa never fixed. And nothing's changed, but everything feels different now. Like I wasn't supposed to come back here. "You said this place was cleared out," I reply, keeping my voice steady. "That there was nothing left." Another pause, longer this time. "That's right," she says carefully. "There isn't." My grip tightens around the phone, because that's not true. Not anymore. The safe is open, and whatever's inside, they don't want me to see it. I crouch down slowly, the wood creaking under my weight. My heart's pounding so loud it almost drowns out her breathing on the line. "Daniel," she says again, quieter now. "Listen to me. If you're at that house, you need to leave, right now." Not should, not maybe, need. That's when I know. This isn't about grief, or closure, or family. This is about something they thought was buried. Now, I lower the phone just enough to break eye contact with the moment, then reach forward and pull the safe door all the way open. Inside, I should have walked away. That's what kept running through my head as I stared into the safe, like some instinct was trying to pull me back before I saw too much. But I didn't move. I couldn't. Inside was a single envelope, thick, sealed, my name written across the front in Grandpa's handwriting. Daniel. Not rushed, not shaky, deliberate. Behind me, my mother's voice sharpened. "Are you still there?" I put the phone on speaker and set it on the floor beside me, not answering. My hands felt steady, but everything else, my chest, my thoughts, wasn't. "You need to leave that house," she said again. "There's nothing there for you." I almost laughed at that. And because I was looking right at something she didn't even know existed. Or maybe something she was afraid I'd find. I picked up the envelope, turning it over. The back was stamped with a simple instruction. Open only after midnight. I glanced at my watch. 12:03 a.m. "Daniel," my father's voice cut in now, louder. "Listen carefully. Whatever you think you found, it doesn't matter. Everything was settled legally." Legally. That word hit harder than it should have, because at probate nothing had felt legal. It felt fast, pushed, like I was being moved through something I didn't fully understand. I could still see it clearly, the long table, the stacks of paper, the lawyer barely making eye contact. "Just sign here, Daniel," he'd said, tapping the page like it was routine. My parents sitting across from me, calm, too calm. "You don't need to worry about the details," my mom had added, smiling in that tight, controlled way she uses when she's already decided something for you. And I signed, every page. I press my thumb against the edge of the envelope now, feeling the seal. "Why are you so nervous?" I ask, finally breaking the silence. Neither of them answers. That's the first real answer I get. I tear the envelope open. Inside, there's a folded letter, several pages, handwritten. The moment I see the first line, my stomach drops. Because it doesn't start with Dear Daniel. It starts with, if you're reading this, they already took everything. And suddenly, this wasn't just about a key anymore. They already took everything. I read the line again, slower this time, like maybe I misunderstood it the first time. I didn't. My throat tightens. My eyes flick back to the phone on the floor, still on speaker, still silent now. They're listening. Of course they are. I unfold the next page. I didn't have much time at the end, but I had enough to see what was coming. My chest sinks. Grandpa knew. Knew what? Knew them? I keep reading. If things went the way I feared, it means documents were changed. Not by me. My fingers freeze on the page. Changed. Not disputed. Not misunderstood. Changed. A cold weight settles in my stomach as the memory hits me. Those papers at probate. The way the signatures looked, slightly off. Like mine. But not quite. Like his. But rushed. I told myself I was overthinking it. I wasn't. Daniel. My mother's voice cuts in again, tight now. What are you doing? I ignore her. My eyes move faster now, scanning. I made arrangements. Not everything I owned was meant to be seen on paper. I exhale slowly, trying to keep my hands from shaking. This isn't just suspicion anymore. This is deliberate, planned. Stop reading whatever that is, my father says, sharper now. You don't understand what you're looking at. I almost laugh at that, but it comes out hollow. I think I'm starting to, I say. Silence. Then I reach the last part of the page. If you're ready for the truth, you'll need to keep looking. What matters most isn't in this letter. I stop. Not in the letter. I flip the page over. Nothing. No instructions, no location. Just empty space. My pulse spikes. Daniel, my mother says, and now there's no control left in her voice. Listen to me. Close that safe. Walk out. We can talk about this in the morning. Talk. Like this is something that can be explained away. I look back at the open compartment, then around the room, the walls, the beams, the floor. If this isn't it, then something else is still here. Something they really don't want me to find. I stand up slowly, the letter still in my hand. What did you change? I ask. No answer. That's all the confirmation I need. I turn away from the safe and start searching deeper into the cabin. I start with the walls, not randomly, methodically, the way Grandpa taught me. Don't look for what's obvious, he used to say, tapping the side of a beam. Look for what doesn't match. I run my hand along the wood beside the staircase first. Solid, old, consistent. Then I move deeper into the cabin. Daniel, stop this right now. My father's voice is louder now, and closer to the phone like he's leaning in. You're making a mistake. I ignore him. Step by step, I press, knock, listen, wall, beam, floorboard, nothing. Then, near the back corner of the room, I feel it. A beam that sounds wrong. Hollow. My pulse spikes instantly. Daniel, my mother says, her voice dropping low again, almost whispering now. If you open something that wasn't meant for you, you can't undo that. Wasn't meant for me? I glance down at the letter still in my hand. If you're reading this, they already took everything. Yeah. This was meant for me. I set the phone down closer to the beam so they can hear every second of this and press my fingers along the edge. There's a seam, barely visible, clean, deliberate. I wedge my nails into it and pull. At first, nothing happens. Then, slowly, the panel shifts. Wood creaks, dust falls, the piece slides loose just enough for me to grip it. Daniel, don't! My father snaps. Too late. I pull the panel free. Behind it, a narrow compartment, smaller than the safe, hidden deeper, protected, and inside, two things, a sealed legal envelope and a USB drive. Everything inside me goes still. This isn't just a backup, this is proof. My hand hovers over the envelope for a second before I grab it and tear it open just enough to see inside. Stamped pages, official signatures. I scan the first line, and my breath catches. Because the names, the allocations, they're completely different from what I signed. Not slightly, completely. My voice comes out low, almost to myself. This isn't what they showed me. Silence on the phone, no denial, no interruption, just silence. I look back at the documents, then at the USB in my other hand. And for the first time since this started, I understand exactly what this is. Not a mistake, not confusion. They didn't just take everything, they replaced it. I pick up the phone slowly. "You forged it," I say. And this time, they don't even try to argue. For a second, all I hear is my own breathing. Then my mother exhales. Slow, shaky, like something finally cracked. "Daniel?" she starts, but there's no control left in her voice now. No strategy, just damage. I don't let her finish. I drop the phone onto the floor and sit down right there beside the open compartment, the documents spread across my knees. My hands are steady now. Too steady, because this part isn't confusion anymore. It's clarity. I pull the USB drive closer and stand up, moving to the small desk by the window where Grandpa used to keep his old laptop. It's still there. Dusty, but plugged in. It takes a few seconds to power on, a few seconds too long. My parents are still talking in the background, voices overlapping, trying to regain control, trying to steer this back into something manageable. "You're overreacting. You don't understand the full situation. That's not legally binding." I plug in the USB. The screen flickers. One file. A video. Time-stamped 3 days before Grandpa died. I click it. The screen fills with his face. Tired, older, but clear. Focused. "Daniel," he says. Just hearing his voice hits harder than anything else tonight. "If you're watching this, it means I was right." I don't move. "I changed my will months ago. Everything important is in your name." But I didn't trust it would stay that way once I was gone." My chest tightens. "They've been asking questions, pushing. I saw it." He pauses, like it cost him something to say that. "So I made copies, recorded this, and I hid it where only you would think to look." My eyes burn, but I don't blink. "This is yours, Daniel. Not just the house, not just the land. The truth." The video ends. Silence. But it's different now. He didn't leave me guessing. He left me proof. The lawyer I hire doesn't hesitate. Within days, everything moves fast. But this time, in my favor. The original will, the video, the signatures, the timeline, it all lines up. The case opens, then it explodes. Forgery, fraud, tampering with legal documents. My parents don't fight it for long. They can't. Because the evidence isn't just strong, it's undeniable. The court freezes everything they took, reopens probate, reviews every document, and one by one, the truth replaces the lie. Months later, I'm standing in front of the house again. Grandpa's house, legally mine. The truck is back in the driveway, the land restored. Every account, every asset returned, but it doesn't feel like winning. It feels quiet. I step inside, the same way I did that night, and my eyes drift to the staircase, to the hidden panel, to the place where everything changed. I still have the key. Not because I need it anymore, but because it reminds me of what this really was. They thought they took everything. They thought I'd walk away with nothing. But Grandpa knew. He didn't leave me scraps. He didn't leave me guesses. He left me the one thing they couldn't rewrite: the truth.